Well, we're just going to go with this because I'm having problems with my equipment. Um, it just seems like the back is so dark and I'm trying to get the lighting right, and I still have the reflection on my glasses, and I'm just too pissed off to deal with it, so we're just going to go with it. Happy Friday. Hopefully you have some good plans going on. But in any case, I decided to write some things out, things for when you're depressed and you're just kind of moping and you don't really know what to do, or you just don't feel like doing anything. Well, I made a list of things that I like to do when I'm depressed, besides mope. It's just the nature of the beast. So I made a list and I put it on my phone, so I'm going to read it off my phone and add, things as I go. So hopefully they'll help you when you are feeling that way. Maybe you can go back to the video and reflect on it and say, oh yeah, I feel like doing that. So I'm going to start with music. There's so much to do with music. My life revolves around music. I'm more productive when I have music. Whether it's videos on TV, whether it's your radio, whether you have, I have a party tower. It's music from your Bluetooth off your phone. I'm sure there's other ways to connect it, and there's other kinds. But I have that party tower, and it's a lot of fun. I can take it anywhere, and I can play what music I like, not what everybody else likes. So that always makes me happy. And then singing along, that's always fun, unless you suck. I'm just kidding. Even if you do. I sing in the shower, or I sing when nobody's around. Because I enjoy it. It makes me, it brings something out in me that just feels good. Whether or not I sound bad or good, I don't care. I'm enjoying myself. This is bugging me. It looks like I'm looking the wrong way. Oh, okay. I'm just going to be crooked today. Oh, there we go. I'm still new at this, and then I get new equipment, and then I got to figure that out. I got to get a bit better program, better app. This one gives me such a dark background, but then I forgot I'm wearing a dark shirt, and I thought that might have something to do with it, but I forgot to change. Too bad. You can still see me and hear me, so I guess that's what's important, I hope. So I said that, and then I said TV. No, I don't want you to become a couch potato, and that's usually what happens, is you just turn on some sappy shit and you get more depressed from it. And that's no good. So I like to watch comedies. I'll watch a movie 10 times because I think it's funny, and it'll be funny every time I watch it. Again, go to YouTube. They have a lot of comedy on there. My favorite of all is watching funny animals. They do things that just crack me up. They just make me laugh. There are a few people that I follow that are funny. So there are a few, but it gets stale. Little kids and pets and things, they don't get stale. They come up with something funny all the time. And it's just amazing that they live. Maybe not all of them do. I don't know. Poor things. How dare I think that? But yeah, I wanted to make something fun for Friday. In case you're not going out, which I don't. I hardly ever go out. I have agoraphobia, which is the fear of going out into public. And so I very rarely will go out. And if I do, well, I have to take medication. So I didn't want to get that deep into it. I wanted to have fun here. So the other comedies I came up with were, this is really funny, but kids shows. Um, I used to watch kids shows, with my kids, and I'd make fun of them all the time. Um, and then when David and I met, we'd watch stupid Teletubbies, or I think they're cute, whatever. So what? But there's all sorts of funny kids shows you can watch, and then make fun of them. Talk, they have to go do this or that. As a matter of fact, on Facebook, I'll put Dora as my profile picture, and I'll put her barn or her property or whatever. It's a cartoon. I'll put it as my topper, just because I think it's funny. So what? It's my life. Gotta do something fun. I'm usually pretty funny. Today I feel pretty upbeat, unlike my usual videos that are kind of mopey. Maybe I needed this. Could be. But why not share it? And, 'cause I've been under the weather lately, not feeling real good, a lot of pain. So it was time to up the ante and, maybe try to have a good time. Try to have some fun. Try to be fucking funny. Fucking funny. Whatever. So anyway, then I have pets. Spend time with your pets. Your dogs, cats, reptiles, amphibians, little furries, your little hamsters, your guinea pigs, whatever the little furries. I haven't had a little furry in a long time. Littlest furry I have right now, she's 2 pounds, and she can bark. And can she bark? She's got this bark that you swear you're running her over with your car. She's just playing. It's just horrendously squeaky and loud, and because she's little, if you are not allowed to have anything that makes noise, get a small fish tank, and you don't have to buy it all at once, because most likely, you're on a restricted income. I shouldn't say most likely, because that's really assuming, but I'm just speaking mostly for myself. You're on limited income, so you just can buy 1 or 2 pieces at a time and put it together and get some fish. Fish are very relaxing, and sometimes you get certain kind of fish that are actually funny. And I'm not talking about clownfish, ha ha ha. But it's just, you don't have to invest a whole lot of money in a fish tank. You can buy a large bowl and get a goldfish. And I've heard about goldfish, you can teach them tricks. That I'd like to see. I've had my chance to do that, and I have never done that, because I was young and stupid. Sleeping. If you're like me and you don't sleep, try it. You might like it. I used to be a big sleeper. I used to take 4-hour naps every day, because I was so depressed and probably so drugged out. And I'm talking about prescriptions. Now it's others. No, just kidding. Maybe. So, maybe sleep and have what I do every night. I have to, because instead of white noise, I have a small radio that I have a SD card put in. It's actually one of those really tiny cards that I have my music, and I have to have it or I can't sleep. Or I can have the air conditioner, but then it goes off when it gets to a certain temperature. You can't win. It's one of those things. A fan. I'm a fanaholic. I'm a fan of fans. I have fans. I have 1, 2 going on right now in here. 3, if you count the ceiling fan. I have fans all over. I have to have the air moving all the time. It's stale otherwise, and I don't like stale air. I'm not allergic to it. I don't know what I'm allergic to, because I don't want to have the test. I don't give a shit that much. I'm too old. Okay, so we have sleeping. Showering or bathing. I'm a bath person. When I lived in my apartment for 1.5 years, I think I took 3, maybe 4 showers. It was always a bath. And bubble bath. I love bubble baths. And then I discovered bath bombs. the problem with me with the bath, I get in, I lay there, okay, this is nice. Okay, wash your hair. Okay, wash your body. Stand up, rinse off. Okay, you're done. That's 10 minutes. A hot tub, same thing. I get too goddamn hot. I hate being hot. I hate sweating. Luckily, when we had our hot tub, yeah, you hop in it, alright. We were able to adjust the heat, so I could turn it down a little bit and enjoy it. And then we had TV up on the wall, and I could watch YouTube videos, music videos. You put the remotes and your phone and all that in a Ziploc bag, so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I really enjoyed our hot tub. It was nice. It would always be green because they didn't give us the right products, and they didn't really tell us how to set it up, so it kind of sucked. But then we moved and couldn't keep it, so such is life. I would like one again. I used to have a pool as well. It's just the upkeep is like worse than having an animal. It's just a pain in the ass. But bubble bath is always nice. I love just covering myself in bubbles, and they tingle, and they just, bubbles in any form make me happy. I used to have a bubble machine, and I don't anymore. But once in a while on Facebook, my cover photo will be bubbles. I love bubbles. I don't know why. I just do. It is what it is. So what? Teach their own. Just be happy. If bubbles make you happy, then you have bubbles. You can buy the little bottle and blow bubbles, and it takes effort. But if that's what makes you happy, make David blow them for me. And we giggle. But anyway. Okay, the next one is coloring or styling your hair different. Whether that is blow drying it, cutting it, coloring it, getting a perm if you can afford it, which these days I sure fuck can't. But every so often I'll color it, and I'll color it burgundy, even though in here it looks like it's black. It's mouse brown, they call it. I don't know why. But it's just a brown, and it's boring. So they said when you're older you're supposed to go lighter. I go darker because I like the color. I have a few stray grays, but don't tell anybody because then I'll have to delete this video. But I see them, and coloring your hair, I've never been one to do that a whole lot. I find it to be a royal pain in the ass, just like a lot of things I don't do, like makeup. I don't have to wear makeup. I don't want to wear makeup. I feel, well, the time that I wore it, my ex-husband, he called me a clown. He told me I look like a clown. So, it kind of makes me not want to wear it. But I have some. I bought all new. I threw it all away when I got divorced. And David wanted to see me, what I look like in makeup. So we went, and I bought all new makeup. And I still have it. And I should try it again. And maybe, I don't put it on too heavy. I just don't look good in makeup. I am one of those who's lucky that has nice skin. Yeah, I have it's on this side because the camera's opposite. And I have a couple of, they're not I call them beauty marks. So my mom always called them beauty marks, so that's what I call them. So I don't really need, makeup. I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. That's what I've been told my whole life, is I'm lucky. I don't have to wear makeup. Cough. I think I get like halfway through and my throat gets sore. Maybe I should have a drink of water or something. I don't know. I don't think it's that important. So anyways, groom your pet or train your pet if you have a cat or a dog or goldfish. You can train them. You just have to work at it. A dog, I am one. I have 4 dogs last time I checked. And now we gotta rearrange. I refuse. Oh no, I'm crooked. Oh, what the fuck. I refuse to train my dogs with treats. they get a petting and a good dog, good Sasha, good, Stormy, and I pet them and, teach them how to sit. It's easy. Hold them underneath their throat, don't choke them. And you just push their little butts down and you say sit. And when they do it, you pet them and you say, good dog. And some people use treats, but it's a personal preference. A cat, you can train them with catnip. You can train them to be fucking crazy with catnip. But there are cats that don't like catnip. Then it's like, okay, you don't like catnip. But you can give them treats. It doesn't mean they have to do anything for them. But you can teach them to shake, I would imagine. Mine, they just roam around, eat shit, and shed. That's what our cats do. I just love how I put that. Never put it that way before. I thought it was pretty funny. Chores. Yeah. I had a funny story for you. My sister and I were 2.5 years apart, and she's older than I am. And when we were teenagers, the way I got her to clean the house was I'd piss her off. And she did cleaning as a job for a long time. I don't know if she still does. That means she's pissed off all the time? But yeah, that's pretty much, she's a bitch. So she was good at cleaning. Bitch, you can clean my toilet any day. But yeah, sometimes cleaning can be therapeutic. Crank up that music, turn on that music. Because sometimes if you live in an apartment or have neighbors, you can't crank it. But I crank up that music and I think about cleaning. I'm one of those who I clean when it needs it. There are people who clean on a weekly basis. I don't, because I had a friend who would Clorox the hell out of everything, and her kids were constantly sick. My kids were never sick, and I didn't clean my toilet. I'm just kidding. I made them lick it. Oh, that's gross. I didn't say that. Yeah, I did. But no, I felt like you need to be exposed to germs in order to be healthy, because your body needs to fight them off. Just like COVID. It took us 3 years to get COVID. And I went through it like nothing. David got it pretty bad, but he has COPD and he has underlying conditions that, he got it worse. But we got diagnosed 4 days apart. He got diagnosed, and then 4 days later I got diagnosed, and it was weird. I know that there were lingering effects from it, but I can't say anything major. I guess we were lucky. But it took us 3 years, because I'm not a clean freak. I'm a little OCD about some things, but that's beside the point. Whatever. I am what I am. I am who I am. I'm whatever the fuck I am for that day. Because I have multiple personalities, but sometimes I think so. My doctor says no. So anyway, coloring or painting. A lot of times, a box of Crayolas and a coloring book. Unfortunately, because I have ADD and ADHD, I can't stay in the lines if my life depended on it. And I get sick of coloring in about 3.2 seconds. I have no interest in coloring. I never have. I remember going to kindergarten, and they'd at the time, this was back, I don't know, 72, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, around 77, 1977. Yeah, I'm old, whatever. I remember the first day of kindergarten, and they gave us chocolate milk and chocolate chip cookies. And I'm like, shove that shit up your ass, I don't want to be here. And it was that way all through school. I had a lot of detention because I had a lot of time off school because I hated it. My mom would say I went to school for socialization. Yeah, she's right. I hate school. And I'm okay with that. My dad always hated school too. He would tell me that. He'd say, if I'd get in trouble with school, he'd say, okay, now we're going to go and we're going to go to this meeting, because I would be gone so much that I would have to have a parent come in with me and have a meeting to get me back into school. So my dad would say, okay, we're going to have this plan. This is what we're going to do so we can get in and get out as soon as possible. And my dad was the bomb. But school was fun because that's where my friends were. I didn't have any friends around me because I lived out in the sticks. So I had to go somewhere for entertainment and socialization. I had to be socialized or else I'd be a hermit. You could have hermit crabs. Or crabs. Probably hermit crabs would be a lot more pleasant. Oh, I'm so bad today. It's so funny. I love it when I'm in a good mood. It makes me feel good. And it doesn't happen very often. And nothing really set me off. I was outside in the back on the lawn swing with Polly, my little puppy, and Peanut, my other little puppy, and just spent most of the day outside in the fresh air. And that fresh air really does a lot of good. Plus my legs are starting to feel better. I had some severe edema to where they thought I was in congestive heart failure or having kidney issues. So it was pretty serious. So they got me on some pills, and that was on Monday, I believe, and today's Friday. And they've gone down considerably, but it was to the point where I could hardly walk because I couldn't bend my ankles or my toes. And yeah, it was pretty bad. So a lot better today, a lot happier. Haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna. Thinking about making, because I'm like obsessed with, my screensaver keeps going on, it's driving me crazy. I'm obsessed with my pressure cookers. I have 3 6-quarts and 1 3-quart, and I just make some. You can't make food in the oven or stovetop like you can with the pressure cooker. So I was kind of afraid to get it because popping noise, like changing a light bulb and it pops, or any frying bacon, any popping noise sets me off into a pseudo seizure, which is a seizure but not a real one. It's a medical thing, but it's a real seizure, and I'm on medication to control them. So I was having 3 or 4 a day, and they're petrifying. But any popping noise. So when I got this pressure cooker and it makes steam, and it just scared the shit out of me. I'm like, how am I gonna do this? You know, I stand 3 feet away with a spoon to let the steam out and stuff. And I ended up getting used to it to where, like I said, now I have 4, and I use them almost on a daily basis. And I guess you can make popcorn in them because I've got all these popcorn kernels, and I don't know what the hell to do with them. But somebody said, I looked it up online, that's right, and they said I can make it in there. Just, you can cook it without pressure cooking, without putting the top on and pressure cooking. But anyway, so we got cooking. Cook something new. Look up the cookie recipe, a cake. Make a really fucking ugly cake that makes you laugh. When I was really depressed, and it was David's birthday, and I went to see my therapist. This is a funny story. So she said, make David some booby cupcakes. So I'm like, well, that sounds like a challenge. So I came home and made some cupcakes, and I didn't know, but in long story short, I used pink bottle caps for the tops. Let's just leave it at that. And I still have pictures, and it makes me laugh every time. He cracked up. He thought it was hilarious. Because I made him booby cakes. So, and I've seen actual cakes that bakers make that are of specific body parts. And I wish I was that talented. Sometimes, yeah, maybe I could make a business of it. So anyway, do something fun. Make it ugly. Make it pretty. Experiment. Be your own critic. That's me. I make something phenomenal, and it sucks. I'm my worst critic. So, okay, hang a picture that went along with go to a secondhand store like Goodwill or St. Vincent de Paul, or if you have a I'm moving in my chair because I don't have my stylus, my fidget spinner. Go to St. Vincent de Paul or Salvation Army and find a picture that you like, a couple bucks, a little picture, big picture. We found this humongous picture, and it's so heavy. We got it for $8, and it's gorgeous. It's like a field of flowers, and it's so pretty. And it was $8, but it's humongous. And we've gotten several pictures from Goodwill and from St. Vinny's and stuff like that. So go secondhand shopping. Now I used to hate it. I used to hate doing that. I'm gonna try to fix my camera because it's driving me crazy. Went the wrong way. I should have paused it for that, but with this program, I don't trust it. So, find yourself a picture at a second-hand store. Go second-hand shopping and find yourself a vase and some fake flowers and put them in the middle of your dining room table or on your side table or wherever you want. If you live in an apartment, there are ways. I lived in my apartment for years and years, and there's ways to do things without pissing off the landlord. And there's ways to piss off the landlord. So I've done it. That's why I hate white so much, because when you have an apartment, everything is white, and I hate white. But as you can see, my house is white, because we just haven't gotten that far. We do have our back door, which is purple, and I'm not talking Barney purple, because everybody's like, Barney purple? It's like, no, dark purple, as close as to black as you can get. It's super dark. And then we ended up doing part of the front of the house in the same color. It's black, white, and the purple. The bricks are purple, and it looks so cool. So you have to get a little bit creative and a little bit imaginative. Don't be scared. It is scary because you're afraid to fuck up. But the thing is, if you're doing this just for yourself, so what? Throw it away and try again. I ain't talking about the house. I ain't talking about the apartment. I'm not talking about the picture. But the picture, you could reframe it. Hobby Lobby has frames, but I don't suggest it because they're extremely expensive. But I know you can find them at Walmart. You can order them from Walmart online, Amazon, hell, Temu. Temu's number one for cheap shopping. Even though it's gotten a little bit more expensive and a little bit more fucked up, it's still a fun place to find stuff. I found stuff for the kitchen, parts I needed for my my pressure cookers, tongs, just random kitchen shit. My rugs, I've got a long rug that has donuts. The other ones have puppy prints, paw prints, because I love paw prints too. I've got tattoos of paw prints. If you're bored, go get a tattoo. So I say cooking and baking. Cook something new. Cook some chicken, but what I tried, and I've heard of this, with pork, with chicken, with any kind of meat, put soda. 7-Up, Coke, Dr. Pepper I heard is really good. Put soda on it. I guess it helps tenderize it. I've done it, but I'm so impatient that I wanted to eat. So I didn't wait to see if it tenderized it anymore. Whatever, it tasted good anyway. But try putting, one thing that's really awesome that I made, I'm afraid to make it in the pressure cooker, but I make it in the oven, is I take chicken breast and I squirt Hidden Valley ranch dressing on it, and it is phenomenal. Or I'll make honey mustard chicken. I like chicken legs that are barbecued or whatever, but make stuff up. And if it's bad, I call it take me out chicken, because if it's bad, you're gonna be taking me out to eat. It's something I made up, and with the pressure cookers, I think it's only happened 2 or 3 times where I got a little bit, But you can find a pressure cooker at Facebook Marketplace for anywhere between $25 and $40, and they normally go from $60. That's my Farberware. Up to in the hundreds. So you can find them online for relatively cheap, and make sure they're in good shape, working shape, not too scratched out, things like that. So an experiment, you don't need to have to cook for an army to use them. You can make smaller amounts. Videos on YouTube, but I did watch some and I wasn't impressed, so I just experiment and it works. I do have some of the popping when I go to make the meat. You don't have to pre-cook the meat if you don't want, but I do just to add a little bit of extra. I know what I'm doing. Whatever. I don't like it because it pops, but I've gotten used to that too. Sometimes you just have to face your triggers, and I know that I'm going to put this under triggers because there are a few mentioned in here. And there are things that can, set off triggers. Shit happens. Everybody has them, they just won't admit them, or maybe they don't and they're lucky. So onward, if you can, take a drive to nowhere. Take a drive somewhere. Take a drive to Dairy Queen or Wendy's. They've got pull-aparts, they're called. They're Cinnabons, and you ask for extra icing, and they're cinnamon rolls, and they're delicious. They're addicting. Or, take a country drive and look at the cows. Look at the autumn leaves. Look at the cows. Look at the corn. That's what we have here. Corn and cows and curves and really shitty roads. But anyway, take a drive. What I did when I was young, because I used to be young, believe it or not. I wasn't always old. But I didn't have a driver's license and I didn't have a car. But I lived in the city and they had a bus line. So I would take each bus on its entire route, and you get a transfer so you can get onto the next one. And I think you maybe had to pay for each transfer each time you took a new route, but I know at the time it wasn't very expensive, and I wouldn't expect it to be very expensive now. So it's another one. Dress up for no reason. If you have a dress, maybe an old bridesmaid dress that's like olive green. No, I'm just kidding. It's peach. No, just whatever is considering dressing up to you, dress up to whatever degree you want. If that's a flannel shirt, it's a flannel shirt. I love flannel. I have mine. It's around here, but it used to be my dad's, and my dad passed away, so I have really sentimental value with it. But I will go out in blue shirt and purple pants and a pink jacket and like yellow. I hate yellow. Sorry, like yellow, green stripy socks. I mean, I will misdress. I didn't say dress up, but I should have said dress up or dress down. Dress how you want. Be funny, dress like a clown. Pretend you're a clown. And then have the balls to go out to Walmart. You know why? Because you'll fit in. That's the funny part. But, dress like you normally wouldn't. I usually dress in plain Jane, long sleeve shirt, short sleeve shirt, pajama bottoms. I have minion pajama bottoms. I have pajama bottoms that have, they have a little snowman, I think, or something on, and they're light purple. But everything's soft. Everything's like, not flannel, but fleece. And I'll wear that wherever I go. I'm in the fuck it 50s, remember? Other people's opinions matter but don't to me. they matter, and I feel them, but I try not to let them get to me, because I'm me. This is me now. That was me then. I'm a crazy old lady. Dave was he was bringing up a broom earlier, and I told him, thank you for bringing up my ride. It was really nice of him. That's for real. Okay, my next one, how long is this video? Boy, we're getting there. It's going to be my longest one yet. How long are you going to be able to handle it? I hope it's not the whole time, because I'm having a lot of fun making it. Something a little different, a little more fun, a little more for you to maybe think a little bit of things you can do to have fun yourself, or do something a little different yourself that you haven't thought of. Take a dandelion and replant it in a little pot, a little Dixie cup. No, I'd feed it to my bearded dragon. She bites the heads right off, the whole thing. So anyway, put makeup on for no reason. We talked about makeup earlier. Put blue makeup. If you ever saw the Drew Carey show, that Mimi, I think her name was, she'd have that really blue makeup. She'd really overdo the makeup. I found it hysterical. Go to Walmart, that way you'd fit in. But if you have makeup, and if you want to be serious about it, then be serious and practice putting makeup on, just for fun, if you don't know how to do it. I'm thinking about doing it myself, just to see what it's like again, because it's been, oh my gosh, probably 5 or 6 years since I had that makeup. I don't even know if it's any good, but it's too much work. But I would think about it. I have too many pets to do stuff like that. FaceTime or Google Chat or Yahoo Chat, whatever it's called, is whatever you have. There's Zoom. I think there's a few other ones, obviously. Talk with a friend. I have a friend that she'd come home from work, and we'd FaceTime for 4 hours till our iPads were dead. Just laughing, making goofy faces, telling jokes. I miss that. Since I moved, we don't really talk a whole lot. That's sad, but it's distance. She has, I guess, another job. She just is busy. I have 12,000 animals to take care of, and one of them he just turned 52. Ooh, I almost aged him. He's younger than me. So I have to take care of him. I say that like it's mean, but it's not. He's had 3 strokes, so he's slightly limited, but not completely. He's been doing things around the house, so he gets tired. I don't rub his feet, because feet are disgusting. That's just my opinion. I went on a date once with a guy who had a foot fetish. He wanted me to take off my boots. I said, I'm going home, freak. No offense to anybody who has foot fetish. Yes, this video may be aimed toward women, but I'm a woman, so I'm going to tell you what I know. But if you are a man and you want to wear makeup, then you want to dress up, have at it. I'm not one to judge. I don't care. Not my life. But go out and build yourself a workbench. Go out and build yourself a coffee table. Go out and build yourself a bearded dragon enclosure. The standard is 4x2x2. And then you can go buy yourself a bearded dragon, and you can have a pet to take care of, and a friend, because they make fantastic pets. And their lights are shutting off, so that means it's 7 o'clock. Where did the day go? So, okay. I don't know if I mentioned this already, because I made my list. It's like one of those things where you think of that, and it snowballs. So I'm getting to 40 minutes here, so I'm going to snowball on. Watch funny videos on YouTube. That's one of my favorite things to do when I'm sad or depressed or down. My favorites are animals. Animals do the funniest things. Or men, they do really stupid things. That's how the Darwin Awards came to be. I don't know if it's completely men. I don't think so, but I think the majority. That's where people die doing stupid things. So, but yeah, tend to watch funny animal videos. Well, because I'm an animal lover, and I always have been. So to watch them do, a cat run into a mirror, a puppy run into a mirror, puppy chase his tail. I'm very easily humored, entertained. Okay, I gotta move it here. Learn something new, like crocheting or baking or drawing. I can't draw a circle if my life depended on it. The cops would say I was drunk. Teasing, maybe. But yeah, I am not good at drawing. But who cares? If it's just for you, then it doesn't matter. It only matters to you. But if that's what's soothing or entertaining, or if you're bored and that's what you want to do, you take a piece of typing paper, or I use the envelopes that the bills come in for scrap paper, crap paper. Yeah, I hear my beard dragons moving around for the night. They're getting comfy for bed. But draw fish. Fish are so easy to draw. Do like you did when you were little. Draw that little house with the four square window with the little sun in the corner. If it makes you smile, do it. It's kind of like get your tongue out of your nose. Cows do that. It's weird. But crocheting, I tried that. I can't do that. Believe it or not, there are things that, how they say teaching a dog old tricks? That's a trick this dog could not learn. My friend tried to teach me over and over. Oh my God. I had so much yarn. I bought every needle size that I needed. I bought everything possible. And she sat there for hours trying to teach me. I watched for hours on YouTube. I can't learn how to crochet. But I could maybe draw a square. So anyway, if you have an apartment adjustment, I'm sorry, this chair. The chair is comfortable. It's not the chair, it's my body. It's my back. I was born with 3 fused vertebrae, and I didn't find that out until I was 50. So that's why I've been going to chiropractors since I was 19. But that's neither here nor there. That's just me being me. If you're allowed to, and most apartments allow you to do this, you're allowed to paint. You're allowed to paint. However, the caveat is you have to paint it back the original color before you leave. But if you have a year lease and you're there a month, paint a room. Paint the whole thing, for all I care. A happy color. White, to me, is not a happy color. When I lived with David at his house, he took, I don't know if it was handprints, I can't recall, or if it was just sponging. It might have been sponging, but it was aqua blue, light blue, pink and purple, and just did like the ceiling part, and then painted each wall the same color, the color that matched the prints, and it turned out so cool. And all you have to do is take white and just go over it. It wasn't a big deal. But paint your room pink or purple or black or burgundy, red, or whatever color makes you happy. Or the kitchen, whatever room's the easiest. In the bathroom, paint it orange. Paint it the colors of your favorite sports team. Whatever makes you happy. And if you're allowed to, I would talk to your landlord first. They usually don't have a problem with it, but yet I haven't rented in a long time. So, okay, we're gonna do that. I said, or paint your whole house. He's working on it. Go to the beach. Go in the water if you want. I used to love water, and I'm Aquarius, which is sign of water. And now I used to swim in mud puddles. I used to love water so much. Now, if I can't see the bottom, I won't swim in it. However, I've come to a fix for that. I just keep my shoes on. The other problem I have is I hate sand. I know I'm such a joy, but I love going to, we used to live a block away from the beach, and I used to love going there and throwing sticks and throwing rocks in the water and throwing them as far as I can. It was such a release of anxiety and pressure and, things like that. But if you like going to the beach, go to the beach. It's free usually. And if it's not, it's probably just a couple bucks. I don't live near a beach now that I know of. I might. I don't know. But I don't like the beach. I'll wear my shoes in the water. I like walking on the beach, and throwing sticks and stones. They don't break anybody's bones. I don't hit them. And I have one hell of a throw. If I throw something and I mean to hit it, I'm going to hit it. David's pretty scared of me. He is. Okay, so I have that. I think I have one more. This is one that I have just started. I've started to eat things that I've never eaten before. I don't know where we got it from, but we got sweet potatoes. And I made sweet potatoes in the slow cooker, or in the pressure cooker, sorry. And salt and butter. Oh my god, it's the bomb. Then the other one I got was squash. Butternut squash. I got those. I don't recommend, honestly, because the skin is so hard. I ended up having to buy this peeler, and it's sharp as hell. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to peel it, but you put it in the microwave first, and not the peeler, the butternut squash. Put it in the microwave first, and that softens up the skin a little bit more, but initially you can't cut this thing in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half, and maybe in quarters, and I'm going to put it in my my pressure cooker, and I'm going to cook it like I do the other squash, with the skin on, and then I should be able to get the skin off a lot easier once it's done cooking. But yeah, if you have the chance to get a pressure cooker, try it. It's amazing. You can put your potatoes, your carrots, your beef, chicken, turkey, chihuahua, just kidding, not really, but you can put all your food, all together in one container, one, device. What would you call it? I don't know. One appliance. That's right. Into one. Put a cup of water in. Put the top on. Set it for however long you think it should be. There are recipes, but set it for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 30 minutes. Usually, if you watch some videos, they'll give you an idea. I always set it over because I hate undercooked food. But the one thing I make in there that's the best ever is I call it Fiesta macaroni and cheese. It is easy to make, the macaroni and cheese. There's a lady on YouTube. She shows you how to make macaroni and cheese. You put it in there with like a cup and a half of water. It's no drain. I add butter. I still add the packet of cheese sauce. And then I add the queso, the Tostitos queso. Once in a while, I'll add ham chunks. I think that's what I'm going to make, even though I have turkey. I have chicken breast out. I still have to make that because it's from yesterday. And it's sitting in the fridge, and I know it's there. So it's bugging me. So I think I'm going to make that. I'll cut it up maybe. But anyway, noodles I found more of a challenge to make. But you get better at it, and you can I make sloppy joes. Brats are the best. You get you don't have to use a basket, but you put them in there for 3 minutes, then you go put them on the grill for 4 to 5 minutes, 6 if you want, but it keeps them from getting black. I don't like black brats. But in the pressure cooker for about 3 to 4 minutes, out on the grill for 4 to 6 minutes, back in the pressure cooker with beer, butter, and a little bit of water, and sometimes I put onions, and you put them back in there for another 4 minutes or so, and just fantastic. You'll never, if you wanted to, you probably put sauerkraut in, but David doesn't like it, so I try to avoid putting things that he doesn't like, because I try to have respect for that. And we're at 50 minutes, so you have a fantastic weekend. I hope you try to do some things that I suggested over the next, whenever. There's no rush. Unless you have somewhere to go, then go. But otherwise, maybe, keep this video on hand and try some new things. If you do try some new things that I suggested, or, that I didn't suggest, drop them in the line. I'm trying to hurry up, sorry, I'm rushing. Drop me a line in the comments, and I'd like to know. I'd be curious if you tried something, if you got a pressure cooker and you tried something new. I'd like to know about it. I'd like to know other things that you've done that brought you enjoyment. So you have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you next time.